Hello everybody. So today I'll be talking about energy systems with respect to the different energy pathways that we'll be using during our exercises, during different types of exercises. Now in my previous class, which is on energy systems, I've explained that how food that we eat, that is in the form of the three macronutrients, carbohydrates, fats and proteins, how they are broken down and how they get metabolized in the body and it is converted to energy. So all that stepwise, which is explained to the metabolic pathways, I have explained that in my previous class on energy system. So you can refer to that, how food is converted to energy in the body. So today we will understand about energy systems, that in different types of exercises, how our body produces energy, and also for our daily life activities. Now I like to make concepts very simple. So we will understand this with a simple example. Now consider a man. This man has money. And he has different forms of his money. Like he has it in the form of cash. He has it in the form of a savings account. And he has it in the form of a fixed deposit. So these are his different forms of money: cash, a savings account and a fixed deposit. Now this man, he wants to make a purchase. And for this purchase, he has only one payment option, and that is cash. So to make this purchase, he uses his cash. Now the total amount to make that purchase compared to his cash is very less compared to the total amount that he requires to make his purchase. So he collects his cash, then he realizes he is falling short of money. So he goes to his savings account and then he withdraws the money in the form of cash. And then he uses both this cash, to make his purchase. But still, in total, he is falling short of money. In total, the amount is less compared to the amount that he requires to make his purchase. Now he is falling short of money, he needs money, so he decides to break his fixed deposit. He breaks his fixed deposit and he uses it. He collects the money in the form of cash. Now he collects the cash from all the three forms of money that he has in total, and then he uses it to make his purchase. Now this is a very simple example to make this concept very simple to understand. Now consider the human body. We'll understand this concept with comparison. The human body requires energy. We need this energy for our daily life activities, and we need this energy for exercises that we do in the gym or outdoor or at home. Now we do activities. Okay, it will include our daily life activities and also our exercises. Now this energy, to use energy we require a form, and that is like the man, he had cash with him, so ready money with him, ready cash, so whenever he wanted he could spend that money. It was readily available with him. He could spend the money. So the human body, whenever it requires energy, it can use in the form of cash, and which is nothing but ATPs. So ATPs in the body can be compared to your cash. Readily available, you can spend it very quickly and fast. Now there are other forms of energy, like the man had his savings account, which is nothing but glycogen. So energy that is in the form of like a savings account is glycogen, and glycogen is nothing but, it's the stored form of energy, and this energy is stored in our liver and in the muscles, skeletal muscles. So whenever the body requires energy, like you're going to the gym, lifting dumbbell, doing exercises, body requires quick energy, and it gets it from the ATPs, it gets it from the glycogen. So glycogen is stored in my muscles, it's readily available. I lift the dumbbell, I do my repetitions. Soon this glycogen which is there in my muscles, it's going to be broken down and it's going to be used as energy in the form of ATPs. Just like the savings account was converted to cash and used, so the glycogen stores in my muscles, in my liver, it is broken down and it becomes ATPs, and then my body uses it. Now ATP is nothing but the energy currency of the cell. It's just like the currency, cash, which can be used. It's a form of money. So cash is nothing but ATPs. ATP is known as the energy currency of the cell. Another form of energy is your fixed deposit, which is body fat. Stored form of energy. And therefore when we talk about obesity and gaining fat, it is nothing but gaining of stored form of energy, just like your fixed deposit. So this fixed deposit is broken because he was in need of cash. So body fat is broken and it is converted to ATPs, can be used. This is a very simple representation for us to understand that energy is stored in the three different forms in our body, in the form of ATPs, readily available, can use it very quickly, just like your cash. Then glycogen, which is stored in liver and muscles, it's the stored form of energy, It gets converted to ATPs through a process which we'll be learning in my upcoming videos, and then your body fat again, which gets converted to ATPs through the respective metabolic pathways, which I'll talk about and explain in detail in my upcoming videos. Now let's understand that how energy is produced during our exercises. So I've gone to the gym and I do my warm up and I'm ready for my training. So I begin my weight training. It's my strength training day today. I begin my weight training. So I take the dumbbell from the rack and then I take it and then I lift it on top. I push it. Now I'm using a heavy dumbbell compared to my capacity. I'm doing high intensity. So I lift a heavy dumbbell and I push it on top. Now I push it on top. I use all my force and all my strength and energy and I push it with good force. Now here my body requires energy to do this. My body did not anticipate that I'll be lifting the dumbbell. Okay, I'll be lifting it and holding it. But it did not anticipate that I'll be pushing the dumbbell on top very quickly. Like in seconds I did that. The body did not anticipate. Neither was it prepared that I'm going to use a very heavy dumbbell, high intensity workout I'm going to do and I'm going to push it. Now here the body uses energy which can be prepared very quickly, and that is through the ATP-CP or the phosphagen cycle, the ATP-CP or the phosphagen cycle. Now an athlete is holding her shot in her hand and she is going to throw it. She does this very quickly. She generates a lot of force, putting in all her strength and power, and she pushes it. Now here again the body was not prepared for so much of energy and force that it has to generate in a very short duration, very short period of time. A lot of energy body did not anticipate, and this here to make energy, it does it very quickly through this cycle, ATP-CP or the phosphagen cycle, and this lasts for around 10 to 12 seconds. Now body requires energy very quickly, very high intensity workout, or the person is doing pushing a heavy dumbbell on top very quickly. Body requires lot of energy, in seconds it has to prepare, and this is done through anaerobic process, which is nothing but ATP-CP or the phosphagen cycle, and this energy lasts for around 10 to 12 seconds. Now this is just for our brief understanding of how the body produces energy and uses the different forms of energy when we do our exercises. In detail I will be talking about this and explaining the process and the metabolic pathways involved in each of these energy systems in my upcoming classes. Now I've lifted the dumbbell and I've put it on top, and 10 to 12 seconds have passed. Okay, I did it very quickly. Few seconds have passed. Body used this energy system. Now I continue doing this. I do my set with 6 to 8 repetitions. I take a deep breath, hold my body tight and firm. So I should not keep shaking, I should be tight. And I push it. I push it with a lot of force. Then I do my second repetition. I continue doing this for around 6 to 8 repetitions. Heavy dumbbell, generating a lot of force. I'm holding my breath. Holding my breath. Okay, 6 to 8 repetitions have completed. Now here the body got a little time and it anticipated that yes, I am going to do my exercises. It got a little time to prepare energy, and here it uses anaerobic glycolysis, and this lasts from the beginning, from the start of the activity to 3 minutes. So this is also from the start of the activity for around 10 to 12 seconds. This is from the start of the activity for around 3 minutes. I've done it. I've completed the set. I completed it within 3 minutes. Body produced energy through anaerobic glycolysis. Again, I'll be explaining this metabolic pathway, the reactions involved, and how body produces energy, that is ATPs. Body produces ATPs. Here also body produces ATPs. How quickly the body produces depending on the exercises that we do. Okay, it uses the respective metabolic pathways, the energy system. Now it's I've finished with my weight training, and next day is my cardio training day. So I go on the treadmill and I start walking. I walk for some time. I walk for around 15 to 20 minutes. So here my body is producing energy in the presence of oxygen, and that happens through aerobic system. Now here I am walking on the treadmill, I am breathing comfortably, I am not holding my breath, neither am I doing sprinting or running very quickly that I cannot breathe. I am falling short of breath. I am walking on a normal speed. I am breathing, inhaling oxygen, giving out carbon dioxide. Inhaling oxygen, giving out carbon dioxide. My body is producing energy in the presence of oxygen. Very important. My body is producing energy in the presence of oxygen, which is through aerobic energy system. So, cardio day, body is producing energy, a lot of ATPs. Through aerobic system, which happens in the presence of oxygen. Here, this happened in the absence of oxygen. An aerobic energy system. In the absence of oxygen, the body produced ATPs, energy, because the body did not anticipate. I took it, it happened very quickly. I lifted, pushed the dumbbell on top. Body did not have the time to take in oxygen. It happened very quickly, very rapid. A lot of energy it required very quickly. There was, there was no chance of taking in oxygen and using and making energy. So this happened in the anaerobic glycolysis and anaerobic ATP-CP phosphagen system. These are the three energy pathways. An athlete is doing shot put, throwing the shot. This happened in the absence of oxygen because it happened very quickly. Very quickly, a lot of energy had to be generated with a short period of time, and that's how it makes energy. All this I'll be talking in detail in my upcoming videos. Let's understand this with a simple diagram. A person is going for walk. So this is the start and this is the finish point. Person takes around 20 minutes, say half an hour. So here the body requires energy, and the same thing can be compared to even our daily life activities. Like I'm talking to you all, I'm explaining this concept on energy system. Here my body requires energy, and it requires energy for a prolonged period of time. Like this class will take at least around 20 minutes to 30 minutes. So for this prolonged period of time, my body requires energy for me to talk and explain this. Body is using aerobic energy system. Aerobic, it's using a lot of ATPs continuously for a prolonged period of time. I'm breathing, I'm taking in oxygen, I'm giving out carbon dioxide. Body is producing energy in the presence of oxygen. So the person is walking, so continuously ATPs have to be supplied. A small amount of ATP for a prolonged period of time. A little bit of ATPs for that 20 minutes. Body is producing ATPs, it's getting used, again body is producing fresh ATPs, again it's getting used, and that is how it's happening continuously in the presence of oxygen. And this is aerobic system. Person is breathing continuously. So long duration activity, person is breathing, a lot of ATPs are produced continuously for that period of time. This is aerobic system, the third energy system. Now here a person is doing weight training, lifted a very heavy dumbbell compared to his capacity. He's doing high intensity, lifted it, pushed it on top very quickly. Body did not have the time, did not anticipate also that it requires energy. It happened very quickly. It happened in the absence of oxygen. So this is his start. This is with respect to time, and finish 3 minutes. So body used ATP-CP or the phosphagen system for the few seconds, 10 to 12 seconds. After that, body used anaerobic glycolysis energy system, which lasted for around 3 minutes. and then the person stopped the activity. So here he was using energy in the absence of oxygen, which is anaerobic glycolysis and the ATP-CP or the phosphagen system. This activity, short period of time, high intensity, heavy weight training, lifted a very heavy dumbbell very quickly, a lot of energy had to be supplied in the absence of oxygen. It is anaerobic energy system, the 2 energy system. This happened in the presence of oxygen. Person was breathing, he was walking at a normal speed, exercising for 20 minutes, walking in the presence of oxygen, and a lot of ATPs were supplied continuously for that period of time, which is nothing but aerobic system. Now this is just a brief understanding, a simple understanding of the 3 energy system that our body uses, which is ATP-CP or the phosphagen system and aerobic glycolysis. These both happen in the absence of oxygen, high intensity workout exercises, okay. And the third one is aerobic energy system. It happened in the presence of oxygen, moderate intensity, low intensity, for a very long period of time. Body is using continuously ATPs. So these are the 3 energy system. So in my upcoming videos, I'll explain in detail, a detailed explanation on all the 3 energy system with all the processes and their pathways that they follow. So this is just for today's class.